So this is Brian and Liz Reichert. Yeah, it was an old farm that was sitting here, so like in one of the bedrooms back there we actually found a skeleton of a horse.
Yeah.
For the most part, I kind of wanted to stick with maintenance-free house, so we went with an LP siding on the outside, went with aluminum coated doors for the garage, so we get like a 50-year warranty on the siding, but on the gables, I still wanted to get that barn vibe, so we went with red exterior barn boards, and then we went with beams that you'd normally find on the inside of the barn, and we're waiting for them to age properly to get the right color so we can actually put a coat of polyurethane on them. Besides that, we went with the black windows to get that bold look. It's working really good, gotten a lot of compliments on it. Wasn't quite sure at first when we were actually ready to pull the trigger to do it, but I'm really glad we did because
even the red too, we weren't quite sure.
Yeah.
Do we want the red side? And then we it too to see if we wanted more of the plain grayish kind of barn wood look, and we just decided let's do the red, and so we did.
It's been working out really good. So
and we put it in our entryway here too to kind of tie it all in.
Yeah, we were going to go with stone on the lower section, that horizontal black trim that goes across the top. We were going to do stone on the bottom, but we really like the look of the barn, so we went with red everywhere, and it's worked out really well.
Cool.
So,
what else can you tell me inside?
Went with aluminum soffits, zero maintenance, aluminum fascia. There too with the red, we're kind of waiting for it to fit enough to where we can actually put a sealer on it. But the guys that we got the material from, the Amish, they said it's already over 100 years, so a little bit of time before it actually fades anymore. It's been working out really good. The weather hasn't been hurting it at all. It's been fun, really fun.
Cool.
Awesome. On the entry door, I looked a long time trying to find somebody that actually like a barn type door. Nobody. Couldn't find it anywhere. So what I ended up doing is getting just a welder and distressing myself. So just took a screwdriver and a chisel, a couple of nails, and just started pounding and gave it the look of an old door.
Cool, let's walk on in.
All right. So we wanted to go with an open concept. Usually when you come into a one of two things you want to see to pop is your fireplace or your stairs. So kind of got a little bit of both in the view. So I got a 10 by 10 opening, and I used a winder stairs. So I got a platform. All the material for the barn or for the stairs, barn rebar, 3/4 inch rebar for the spindles. Used an open concept for the stairs so you can actually see through the backs when you are going upstairs. Yeah, and we used
light fixtures.
Oh yeah, all the light fixtures in the house I made myself. So the chain links actually came from a blacksmith in Pennsylvania that actually hand makes everything. It's hand wrought. Everything is by hand. So he said it's an instant process, but I wanted to do something different than any other house you see. So all the fixtures that you see, the chain on there, it's all handmade. There's so much to talk about. Beams.
And then you made the light fixtures.
Yep.
Just barn beams.
Yep. With the beams. You know, all I did was I got a pendant light, did the wraps on it, ran my lines through the ceiling onto the fixtures, and that's where everything's powered up. And the decor too. Old lanterns. Some are 100 years old.
We just went to a lot of antique stores, a lot of flea markets, and even just like wherever you can find vintage antique stuff, and we started even collecting stuff before the house was built. And then after, we're like, now we know what we need, and just we kept finding. Like, I mean, look at that saw above the door. You know,
it's addicting. It's
a lot of eclectic, random stuff, and even like the horse saddles too. We have on on the railings too. It adds just a unique feature to the house too. Adds to the barn theme.
I mean, we have a couple pieces that look old, that aren't old. The most really wanted to stick with authentic stuff to give homage to the people that actually gave us the opportunity to do this with the barn stuff.
Yep.
So, a lot of farm equipment, hand tools, old yoke, just as much culture and history that we could throw in here. Those are actually oak, so those are probably the oldest. Your sawn beams, for the most part, the 100 beams, if they're a rough sawn, that means that they have not had a process moved out, so they're a little bit older. Hand-hewed is before they had those tools to do that. So
that's where you're seeing the.
Yep, the
Jaded
actual
marks.
chop.
Got it.
Chop.
Cool.
Same barn material in here as outside gables. We weren't going to do it. We were going to do a brown, but same thing. We want to go a little bit bold and make them, stick up a little bit. So we tied in our hearth with that as well. Gas fireplace. All the floor material is going to be a mixed hardwood. So hickory, oak, walnut, black walnut, maple, and then everything on the walls, gables and down, is going to be a mixed softwood. The gables are also going to be a softwood. Cabinets are all going to be a softwood also, kind of like the wall material, and those also made by the Amish. The facility that he's built, he's had a huge shop where he did all his milling, he did all of his assembly, and he actually had a staining booth, painting booth. Unbelievably amazing, talented. The stuff that those guys did, they can definitely make.
Yeah.
Same place these came, the countertops and the tabletop. I built the actual, but for the most part, everything in the house came from Amish.
Wow.
Material.
Yes, material. And the ceiling material is actually, so that is all brand new pine, ponderosa. They have a machine that they run every piece through that actually puts the round sockets to kind of make it aged. And everything on the walls is going to be a tongue and groove. Same with the flooring, and the ceiling material is going to be a shiplap. Bring you guys to the kitchen.
Oh yeah, the sink is pretty interesting to see.
Sink was made in Mexico, along with almost all of the fixtures that we have in the bathrooms are going to be copper, hammer coppered.
For the pantry.
Yep.
First, we gotta show the door. Sliding
All
barn.
doors were made by the Amish as well. Another softwood. Same with the jambs, all the casing, the base.
Very nice.
Nice large pantry for
Hoarding.
everything you can think of. Not hoarding, being prepared.
So this would be the entry from the garage. We kind of have a transition into a small mud room, which transitions to our laundry room. Almost all the barn material, or the material in here, came from barns. This one is actually from the roof of a barn that was actually under shingles. So they actually took the material and refurbished it, put that saw cut in it, and actually did like they take the first layer off. Skip planing is what it's called. So you do get that look where it actually is a little bit older than it actually is. But they don't have any scrap. They absolutely use every single thing that they can. And it worked good. It's a little bit different color, a little lighter. Some pieces of black in there as well from the tar. So
Cool. Very nice.
And this is our community bathroom. Wanted to obviously keep with the theme, but this is one of the spots that we used actual roof steel that has been aged with rain, all that. That also is a little over 100 years old, they thought. Got a whiskey barrel. All about whiskey.
Nice.
So wanted to incorporate that as well. So.
And you made the light fixture in there too.
Yeah, this also comes out of the wall, fixed to a pulley. Got a cool looking light that goes with it.
Yeah.
Keeping with the theme.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Fixtures also, these are made out of 8x8s.
Same with the chains on top. This guy's also an 8x8. Wanted to keep it clean, but at the same time tie everything together. These we actually put polyurethane on, so the richness of the wood, you can actually see the darkness comes out a little bit better when you do throw stain to it. I didn't want to do it to the walls. I wanted to keep the walls a little bit more warm looking. We do need to put another coat on the floor, which will actually help give that sheen a little bit. Just a little pieces of contrast here and there to help kind of break things up, but keep everything nice and warm. This is Liz's office, which is the spare bedroom, but wanted to incorporate her office here. She does work from home.
One piece of drywall in this room that I had to
Didn't
paint.
want to, but we had to have a little
The
bit
only
of color.
one.
One of the only ones. And
Yeah.
this is my beach theme room because I love the beach as well, so I needed to decorate at least some part of this house as a beach.
Yeah.
And that's this room. And where I spend my days working, so it worked out great.
Looks great.
Yeah.
The other spare bedroom bathroom, got a linen closet, stayed with the concrete countertops, another copper sink. This has actually got koi fish in it. Went with a little bit of steel in the bathroom to kind of tie things together from bathroom to bathroom. And a little more drywall, a little bit.
Not much.
Not
just
much.
a little.
No. And this is the daughter's room. One more piece of drywall that we had to paint.
She wanted pink.
Yeah.
So, and I made all of the beds. I tried to do as much of the furniture, building it out of barn wood to kind of keep the theme. Wanted to get a little bit of red in here to kind of break up the brown.
It's very hard to climb unless you're a kid. It hurts.
And we wanted to go with the barn themed doors in a few spots where we could, where we didn't. Doesn't get a lot of traffic.
A closet for a girl for sure.
Very nice.
Lots of storage, lots of room for everything that they can dream of.
Yep.
Really like the idea of having a split house where you have rooms on one side and the master's on the opposite side of the house. Young kids, it's kind of hard to do, but stepdaughter is 10, so she's good that
Independent.
way. But
Yep.
beams, tried to tie everything into the ceiling to kind of bring that richness of the colors together. And as you can see, like there's some spots where we did have some different color, like red bleeding through. You even have some green in here. The Amish guys that we had this done with said there's could be as many as 100 different barns in this house with the material that they got from different locations. A lot of it came from Kentucky, Virginia. A lot of the material came from the tobacco barns. So, and then too, this guy built this also.
Cool.
This bed's staying with the house. If we ever sell
Yeah,
this
it's-
house, there's
it's
no way
like
this bed
600
is.
pounds. So
Yeah.
It's heavy. Oh my
it's not
gosh.
going anywhere. So.
Uh-huh.
And we got an old trunk. It's
Cool.
like 250 years old.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
it's pretty neat.
That's awesome.
The master bathroom. Want to keep with the earth tone, so we went with the slate stone on the back of the tub. Also on the side of the shower.
Yep.
Ceramic tile for the floor and the shower walls. Pulleys, just to kind of show off the history.
Mm-hmm.
And then this you did seal.
Yes, this I did seal.
Because it's brighter.
Yeah, you
than
can
the
kind of see
rest.
the difference. It's a little bit, the red is a little bit more maroon. The grays actually get quite a bit grayer.
Mhm.
So, but
Cool.
and right behind you, you got our actual room for the toilet.
Got it.
Same with the steel. Wanted to go with as much steel as possible. Walk-in shower is 4 foot by 8 foot. Glass, and then everything for the most part in fixtures in the house is going to be a brushed bronze.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we have the strap style copper sinks.
And concrete countertop
Yep.
in here too.
Yep. And then the walk-in closet. So a little bit-
The wood is different here
a little bit
too.
dirty. Yeah. So the actual wall material in here is from telephone poles.
Wow.
So the county actually dropped a load of telephone poles off on the Amish, and they do what they do, mill everything up. And he said he wondered if we wanted it, and I said, yeah, it's actually cedar, so you do have that cedar smell when you come in.
I don't notice it anymore, but at first
At
when
first
we
it was
built
really-
the house,
really
it was
potent.
really strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, But yeah,
that's perfect for a closet.
Yep.
Cedar.
Yep.
So you can't go wrong there.
So, all right, and that's it for the first floor. If you
Cool.
guys want to take a look in the basement. So this is the actual. It'll look quite a bit nicer when we get everything done, but that is the view from down here, and you can see the charring on the wood, the barn fire that we had when we got this material from.
Big open basement.
Yep, went with a block wall. So this is going to end up being a theater room. This will be a community bathroom in here. We're going to do the bar over there. Liz's workout area, big seating area. And then back here is going to be the safe room once we actually get it done. We've got concrete on top, concrete all the way around. We're going to do 1/2-inch steel on the inside. False door on the approach to the ballroom. So
Awesome. Looks
A lot of
great.
work to do yet.
a lot of work to do, but homeowners, you know, it never stops.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you need a break.
Yeah,
'Cause this
and
was
we also sprayed foam everything on the exterior of the house. Helps a lot with moisture, noise dampening. It's really, really nice. Last spot is the garage. Haven't done anything with this, but gonna go with the same theme. We're gonna go with red barnwood on the top half, and the lower half we're gonna go with the brown.
started building September 9th
Yep.
and we moved in
Yep.
May 20th. So 9 months of
Yep.
hard labor, hard work. And
Yeah,
a
we
lot
did
of
everything.
time.
We put the block walls and the foundation. I actually built the structure, put the siding on, and then all the finish work on the interior we did, me and my father. So a lot of work, a lot of nice equity in the house.
Yeah.
But you don't want to do these like every year.
No.
You need at least a year to kind of recoup yourself. But it was a blast doing it. I wish the last couple months, I wish we didn't have a time crunch to get moved in, because the last 2 months when you're having fun putting things together, we didn't have any of that. It was just 18-hour days, trying to get it busted out. We broke ground in September of 19,
Yeah.
and it only took probably 3 weeks to get the house actually standing.
The building process was insane too, because we saw every season of weather.
Yeah.
There was rain constantly, winds, we had tornado warnings, and then it snowed before we were even having any structure up.
Yeah, it was an uphill
crazy.
battle. It
Yes.
really was. So the house actually took about a month, I'd say, total to get erected. We had shingles on within 2 months, and then just really started, getting load after load after load of the barn material, and just started throwing stuff together. And really, on the interior, I had a vision of what I wanted for the most part. Obviously, it exceeded it greatly. I had no clue it was going to turn out like it did.
I was just along for the ride. I made some decisions on fixtures and sinks and helped him pick stuff out, but truly, I was like, I trust you, I know what you build, and
Yes.
I was like, I'm just along for the ride here, and
It
turned out beyond my expectations.
it's
amazing.
weird because we threw something at a wall and it just blew us out of the water. So I was going to do a lot more drywall. I was going to do, like, the main room was going to be drywall, but once I saw the first couple rooms, I'm like, well, it looks like we got to go to the Amish and get some more wood, because it just turned out so nice. And all the beams you do see in the house, all of them are just visuals. Nothing is actually structural, I guess you could say. We did do some structural changes in our truss so we could hang them from that, but for the most part, I wanted something very low maintenance. I wanted people to walk in and say, this is what you could have in your house, even if you don't have it structured for it. The biggest thing with this house, not only to live in it every day, but I wanted to show people a difference. You can do something different. You don't have to go with the normal. To be honest with you, without labor, almost all the material in the house was a wash compared to everybody else's stuff that they do. So if you're thinking about doing something like this, it's not as crazy as expensive as what people think it is.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the reasons that people don't do it is because they don't have access to it, for one, but they think it's going to cost an arm and a leg, and it really isn't the fact.
We did run into some problems though with, like, the bathroom. We ended up didn't we have someone coming in to lay that stone, and then ended up backing out last minute?
Yeah.
So we ended up doing it.
Yeah, I'm a carpenter, and I'm well fine and dandy of saying no, I'm not going to do that because I don't know how to do it. But we actually did all the tile in the master bedroom. Me and my brother did. He flew in from Colorado, and we actually did it in
a week on 4 days.
It was actually three and a half
days,
and it was probably about a week and a half process. It should have been, and we worked almost 14-15 hours every single day to get it done.
Wow.
So besides that, everything
Yeah, that was the one hurdle that we had, because it was right before we had to move in.
Yeah,
That was actually
right
May
before.
5th of 2020, and we moved in May 20th.
I can honestly say that everything we wanted in the house is exactly the way we wanted it. So we're
Yeah, there's
extremely
nothing
blessed.
I would change, really.
Extremely blessed.
Yeah.
I hope you guys